All right, guys, welcome to PD Wednesday. It is where we have an amazing time. We do professional development for educators. My name is VaLarie Humphrey, but everyone calls me Val. I am the educator's educator. I help educators connect with students that don't look like them. And my assistant every Wednesday is Miss Ashling Songbird Cole. Hey, Ashling. All right. So, yes, let's go, y'all. And she started her amazing podcast. Was it this week or last week?
Last week. We had our second show yesterday.
Yes. So she has an amazing co-host, which is her bestest friend. I love when you say, this is my bestest friend. This is my best friend. So that's pretty amazing. All right. So happy Teacher Appreciation Week. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys getting on here with me and with us, shall I say. I appreciate it. We're going to have a good time tonight. Look, I need you to take all blinders off. I need you to just be extremely transparent. Keep it 100. Be down to earth. We are going to have some true, real, raw, and relevant conversations tonight, all right? But needless to say, you all are amazing that you work with kids. You put in the work. You're in the trenches with the children. And I know a lot of the initiatives and things that come down are not from you guys. Those initiatives that come down are from board members, and a lot of board members have never been educators. I don't know why that's like that, but that has baffled me for years, how the board members are not educators, but they are proving these things to happen in the school district. All right, I'm not getting on that soapbox tonight. I'm gonna be quiet on that. So, all right, let's get it. All right, y'all ready? So, all right, so we are sharing our red apple moment. Our red apple moment. What's your red apple moment for the week? I'm just going around. All right. So, Rolanda, tell me what went amazing this week. Talk to me. Give me something.
Well, hello everyone. Hello everyone.
Hey.
Something that went amazing for me was I just learned how to do a Bitmoji. So I'm excited to get ready to use that with my students.
You learned how to do a Bitmoji. Is that an app? Or that you talking about on your what is it an app?
Yeah, it makes it appear as like a cartoon or something.
I know what a Bitmoji is, but I know you can make them. I can make it on my phone, but put it in the chat just in case other people want to use it. I love it. Take your red apple, baby. I love it. Joanna, what's your red apple moment this week, babe?
Well, it was actually initiated by Val, but I'm so incredibly excited that Eric Thomas hopped on our staff meeting yesterday, and it really encouraged myself and them to really keep pushing and reaching out to the kids even during this hard time, and reminding them how important it is to keep putting in the work even though you're at home. So.
I love it. Awesome. All right. We got some sound coming from somewhere. I don't know where yet. Okay, cool. All right, let's keep it moving. Donna, what's your red apple moment this week? Let's go. Oh, you know what? Pause for a minute. Everyone raise your hand. We're supposed to raise our hands for the red apple moment. So Rolanda and Joanna, keep yours down. Everyone else, raise your hands. Not your literal hand. There you go. Thank you, Sarah. Not that one, Michelle, the other one. The one hit participants, and then you'll see raise your hand. Not that one, Susan. Not that one, Donna. Y'all on the other. Yeah, there you go. The blue one. There you go. Raise hand. There we go. Come on, Donna. Look at participants, Donna. There you go. Boo, yeah. Susan, you see it? Click participants. And hit raise hand. There you go. We coming. Hey, let's go. Jenny, Katina, Laura, Jamesetta, Shannon, raise your hand, everybody. All right, let's keep moving. All right, Donna, talk to me.
Okay, my red apple moment for this week was getting all of my grades posted and turned in. Our school year is ending for students was May 1st. Teachers, it ends on May 21st. So everybody passed, grades are in, and it's the end of the school year.
So y'all done.
Done.
Donna's done.
Yeah.
Let's go. I love it. I know that's a good one. All right, let's go. Vanessa, what's your red apple moment for the week? Come talk to me. I love your hair.
Oh, thank you. I just got out of the shower. Sorry. So I got to be clean to the Zoom meeting. I'm really excited that my principal got back to me. She's been a little busy, right? And we're going to put the school newspaper on all the Google Classroom streams. So I'm really excited. I'm the advisor for the school newspaper. And my kids just did a great job. And I was upset for them that school ended right before we could publish it. So I got it to her as soon as I could when we got home. I finished it up and emailed it to her, but then she was busy, of course, with all this.
All right, but
today,
yes,
today, it was so good. So I'm excited.
Yep. Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. We need that moment. Let's get it, y'all. All right. So Michelle Coleman, talk to me. What's your red apple moment for the week? What's something that went amazing this week? Give me the.
So I'm gonna have to piggyback off of Rolanda, because for the last 3 weeks I've been trying to do this Bitmoji classroom, and for the life of me I couldn't do it until my coworker sent me a link from YouTube. And so for the last 4 hours I've been trying to make a classroom.
But you got it.
Yeah.
All right. I need that red apple, y'all. I need the red apple. Let's go. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go. Let's get it. All right, Sarah, come talk to me. What's your red apple moment this week?
Hello, everyone. So my red apple moment this week was I reached out to all 21 of my students on my caseload, and I got back over half of the replies. So
let's go. Let's go. Red apple, baby. Yes, yes. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go. Katina, what's your red apple moment this week? Hey, Katina.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You're unmuted. So tell me something that went amazing this week.
Okay, so I had to reach out to my students' parents today, and I was able to connect with each and every parent and give an update on the students that were able to go into the next level in grades.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Lori Gray, you're unmuted. What's your red apple moment? Tell me something that went amazing this week. Laura Gray?
I'm listening.
Hey. What's something that, there you go, hey.
I guess I started a Facebook page for our high school dealing with ACT and college stuff.
Yes, yes, awesome. Okay, that's a beautiful red apple moment. So you're helping the kids beyond the classroom. I love it, I love it. All right, let's go. Let's keep it moving. James Setter, what's your red apple moment this week? What went amazing for you?
This week I started, I had an idea to do a Monday night call with my moms after like the kids are in bed. And so I actually did the call and 3 moms showed up. And so next Monday I'll do it again and more moms will show up.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Monday Night Moms, let's go. I love it. All right, Christina Tucker, come talk to me. What's your red apple moment? You are unmuted.
Okay, good afternoon. My red apple moment was finding a way to celebrate my staff with us being out on the coronavirus, COVID-19. And so tonight we had our first virtual scavenger hunt and most of the staff participated and it was very exciting.
Oh, that is so cool. So you're a principal?
I am.
Talk to me. When do you have staff meetings?
We have staff meetings. We try to have them on Mondays about 2:30.
Let me know. Let me know. Erica or I will jump on. We'll jump on and do some motivation for free. We're not even paying. We're not charging y'all for it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Ashley, can you put my email in the chat? VaLarie@etinspires.com. All right, cool beans. Let's go. All right, Susan Craig. Susan Craig, are you Stephen Craig's?
I sure am. I'm Steve's wife, yes. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello. All right, so tell me, what's a red apple moment that happened for you this week? Something
I'd say that I was able to reach a few students who hadn't started participating yet. So I reached out, I've been reaching out lots of times, but I had a couple that started engaging. So I called that a big win for my week.
That's a big win. That's a big win. All right, let's go. Latasha. Miss Latasha Hicks, you are unmuted. Talk to me, baby.
Hello, everyone. Val, I actually have a couple, if I can share, red apple moments.
All right now, Latasha, you taking over our time here now. Okay, come on, let's see. Be quick,
Okay,
be quick,
so
be quick.
I had two students that I was not able to get in contact with since, of course, the COVID started. I actually got one today, right before this call, that I was able to speak with. And then yesterday, I spoke to one, well, Monday I spoke to one, and she just kept telling me, she was like, Miss Hicks, I can't promise you, but I'm gonna try to make it to the virtual meet. And she showed up in class yesterday, and I was so excited to see her because I haven't seen her since March 13th. And then my last red apple moment is I had a parent to send me teacher appreciation and everything that we're going through and just being dedicated. Just a message yesterday, and that was like very, heart touching to, get that from a parent during this time. So.
Amen. I love that. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Nathan, what's your red apple moment for the week? Tell me something that was amazing, Nathan. Come on.
All right, so my red apple moment on Saturday, I got to meet with some students from another mentoring organization, and I had them take the DISC assessment. We went over it, and we're calling it Super Saturdays, doing every Saturday.
Love it. All right, love it. Let's get it. Let's go. LaShonda, come talk to me. What's your red apple moment, LaShonda?
Hello, everyone. My red apple moment this week was I was able to get one of my parents engaged. She's legally blind, and was able to get her to communicate with me with how I could help her student. So I had to mail her some things because she can't use the internet.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge. I love it. Oh my goodness. I think you're getting a Red Apple Award today or something. That's amazing. Let's go. All right, Miss Herder, what's that Red Apple moment? You are unmuted, baby.
Hi. I've had an amazing week with tons of kids turning in work that haven't even turned in anything. I'm getting emails and text messages. Miss Herder, I'm so sorry. I haven't been doing it. I don't have internet. And actually, I came late because I was on the phone with a student while he was texting me his work because he couldn't get it to upload. So he was just taking pictures of it, sending it to me.
Do what you gotta do, baby. Do what you gotta do. I love it. I love it. Ronald Utley. Am I saying it right? Hey, Ronald.
Hi there. How you doing?
I am amazing today. How are you?
Fantastic. I can't complain.
Hey, wouldn't do you no good, no way. So tell us something that went amazing for you this week.
Well, my students been contacting me and doing their work. They're turning it in. Parents are got about a 56% parent participation.
Hey, let's go. Hey, you winning. You winning. Trina Lundy, you are unmuted. Talk to me. What's your amazing red apple moment for the week? Trina Lundy? All right, Trina, you are now muted. Susan, you are unmuted. What's happening, baby? What's your red apple moment for the week?
The counselor at our school invited kids to send in pictures of themselves holding little signs and put it on Facebook, so it's each different kid saying, we miss our teachers, we love our teachers, thank you for teaching us, thank you for loving us. And it made me cry.
Oh, yes, that's good. That's good. I probably would have been, oh my God, I would have been looking for all my students and crying. I'd be like, oh no.
Yes,
all right, so that's good. I
So
love that. Amazing teacher appreciation moments this week. I love it. I love it. All right, so Ashley, what is your red apple moment for the week?
Yes, ma'am. I have so many. I set my studio up at home to do virtual classes, coaching myself this week. So I'm very excited about moving into that realm of possibilities. Yes.
Yes, yes. All right. So my red apple moment for the week is it was several things, but I surprised Ashley. That was good. I thought I had a ball. That was fun. So
yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I had flowers delivered to Aisling as a sign of just appreciation and thanking her for what she does for me here, because she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to at all. So I appreciate her. I appreciate everything she does for me. So that's amazing. And so that was my token of appreciation for her. For me, my red apple moment, I'm getting this conference like locked and in, and this is so amazing. So I can tell you guys the conference is going to be virtual, and it will start July 31st, August 1st, and August 2nd. So we're tweaking it because it was on site. So we will actually be ready for you to purchase tickets next week. And so it's going to be amazing. Like, we're doing some different stuff. We tightened it up. It's real cool. Because you have to change some things when you come from being virtual, when you go from being on site to virtual. So it's some things we're working on right now. So it's going to be awesome. All right. So let's get it. Let's get this party started. All right. So would you support no homework policy? Answer in the chat. Let's go. Would you support no homework policy? They put this out. 75% say yes, 25% say no. So let's see what you guys say.
We've got mixed yeses. Yep. We've got yeses and nos. Looks like yes, yes, yes. More yeses.
Wow. I really, like, honestly, I really thought it would be more no's.
Looks like about 60-40 for yeses.
Yes, yes. Okay. All right. I love it. I love it. So here, this survey says 75% say yes, 25% says no. All right. So this is something in my research I found where, and I've said it before, that they say it should be 10 minutes per grade level for homework. So first and second grade, same thing, you know, because they count kindergarten, but it's saying 20 minutes for homework when you're in first and second grade, 30 minutes when you're in third grade, 40 minutes when you're in fourth grade, 50 minutes when you're in fifth grade, 60 minutes in sixth grade. So it's 10 minutes per grade level. So by the time you are a 12th grader, you should be doing homework for 2 hours. I was, somebody unmute. Tell me what you think about that. Tell me how you feel about it. Just go ahead and start chiming in.
I give reading logs, but I support not having homework outside of not completing work, because I feel like most of our kids don't even have the resources to do their homework at home. And I don't want them to do a whole bunch of stuff at home wrong, and then I have to reteach it right. It takes 10 times longer to reteach the right way when they've done it at home the wrong way. That's just in my experience.
Okay. Donna, you unmuted. What you think?
Yes. I also support no homework because many of the kids don't do it anyway. And usually what I do for homework, I don't even grade it. I mean, I just give them 100 if they did it. But what I've found is that going through it, going over it, sometimes during the day with the students, it helps for them to get it, because most of them are not doing it anyway.
Got it. Got it. Rolanda?
Yeah, so I'm new. I'm gonna be doing my first year in August, so I'm pretty new to this. I just have the experience of my kids. So for me, I said no. And unless it's like a district-wide thing, then for me, I'm going into third grade. So for me not to have homework and then they go to fourth grade and beyond and have homework, it's like I feel like I wouldn't have prepared them, because
I love it. I love it. You, girl, if you ain't open the door for me to walk through, I love it. Let's see how you feel at the end of this presentation, because I like that. I like your mindset, though. I love your mindset, because you're preparing them for the next. So I love it. Okay. Joanna, as a mom and a coach.
Well, for school and a mom, I have a pre-K, kindergarten, and second grader. So I do like how it's different time per grade, because my second grader is like, that's not fair. They have to do so much less work than me. And I try to explain to her that's because she's in a higher grade. So I do like how it's a different amount of time per student or per grade.
Love it. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else want to share your thoughts? Michelle?
I say no, because I've done research and it says that homework doesn't create dendrites, so I don't want to waste their time or mine.
Love it, love it. So do you All right, so tell me this, because I know some people I know, throw the city and state in where you, and the grade where you teach. Throw that in the chat. I just want to see where everybody's coming from. So when they're saying different things, and we may be able to connect. So, all right. So while you're typing, let's keep moving. Should homework be banned? So we already answered that question. We already answered that. So tell me where you your city, your state, and grade. Let's go. All right. So when I started doing my research, it gave me pros and cons of both. And then when I got all of the information, then I began to formulate my suggestion. All right. So let's go. Love it. Love it. Michigan, North Carolina, Minnesota, yes. California, yes, yes. Florida.
New Orleans.
New Orleans, okay.
Yeah, Stafford, Virginia, Houston, Texas.
Let's go, we in the building. All right, so get your notes out, get your pen and paper out, let's go. All right, so pro, homework improves student achievement. Students show that homework improves student achievement in terms of improved grades, test results, and the likelihood to attend college. That's a pro. Because like Rolanda said, you're preparing them for the next. So, and when you get to college, there's no class time. So at what grade do we, if we say no homework, at what grade do we begin to give it so they can be prepared for college? That's part that made me think. Someone wanted to say something?
I think it starts in kindergarten, because I have two boys, and in kindergarten they had homework. Then when they got to first grade, they didn't have homework, and I had an issue with that. So, and the teacher said, well, our policy, we don't give homework. And I said, well, homework enforces what's going on in the classroom, so that gives me an example of what you're doing. So I need homework to see what's going on in the classroom before I can be abreast of what my kids are doing in the classroom.
Ronald say, I need homework. Like I need homework. I love it. I love it. All right, cool. So let's roll. So then the con is too much homework can be harmful. A poll of high school students in California found that 59% thought they had too much homework. 82% respondents said that they were often or always stressed about schoolwork. So it can stress the kids out. And some teachers, they do an overload. So I definitely see the pro and I see the con. And when you're saying 59% of the students, now, if I've been in education 29 and a half years, one of the #1 complaints from teachers is what? The kids don't do their homework. So what's the adjustment? Putting your foot down or just not letting it go? Either you're gonna let it go or you're gonna put your foot down. How you do that? Let's talk about it. We're gonna keep going. Come on, let's get another pro and a con. All right, pro. On both standardized tests and grades, students in classes that were assigned homework outperformed 69% of students who didn't have homework. A majority of studies on homework impact 64% in one meta study and 72% in another showed that homework assignments were effective at improving academic achievement. That's a pro. It improves academic achievement because they're able to practice or apply what you're teaching in class. So that's a pro. Let's talk about a con. Then I'm gonna go to y'all. A con, high achieving high school students say too much homework leads to sleep deprivation, other health problems such as headaches, exhaustion, weight loss, and stomach problems. I didn't have a weight loss problem when it came to homework. I don't know what they talk about. Yeah, but anyway, I'm just saying. So any feedback on that? How you feel about that? Like it says that it's 69% of students have higher test scores. What you say? So what did Susan say? Oh, if you don't finish in class, it's homework. Gotcha. I see it in the chat. Okay. All right. And then the con. So there are kids that stress about homework. And I'll tell you this. A lot of those kids are, when you're a high C and you love details and you want things to be right, you will stress over homework because you want to get it done. And you seem to do extra So you have to be conscious of that. Remember, we did the behavior assessments, and kids, they go beyond what the teacher's asking. So you got to think about those kids when you're giving homework. All right, let's go to another pro and a con. Research by the Institute for the Study of Labor concluded that increased homework led to better GPAs and a higher probability of college attendance for high school boys. In fact, boys who attend college did more than 3 hours of additional homework per week in high school. Now think about it. College is more the independent side of life. Their first true experience of independence. And no one is going to say, Ashling, did you do your homework? Ashling, turn it in. All right, the con, excessive homework leads to cheating. Look, some of the teachers like, All right, 90% of middle school students and 67% of high school students admit copying someone else's homework. 90% of middle school.
I believe
When I started, what? Come on.
No, I believe 90%.
Wow.
It's rampant.
Okay. Wow.
And
All
the
right.
kids, some of the kids don't even try and hide it.
I believe it as well. Because in middle school teachers, we're competing with the sports, the after school programs. They're getting home late at night, et cetera, et cetera. And they come in the morning during homeroom and they're copying.
All right. 67% of high school students say they copy someone else's work too. All right. 43% of college students engaged in unauthorized, no, they didn't. Unauthorized collaboration. Wait a minute. So why was it cheating when they was in middle school? And then wait, okay, come on, wait, pause. Middle school was cheating. 67% of high school, they copy someone else's work. But when it got to college, it was unauthorized collaboration. I don't even like why they did that. Right. And then, thank you, Vanessa. They put it in quotes like, well, allegedly. What? Crazy. All right, cool. Out of class assignments. Even parents take shortcuts on homework. 43% of those surveyed admit to having completed a child's assignment for them. Talk to me. How many assignments have you gotten where the parents did it?
I have some assignments where the parents have done it, and you can tell because I teach kindergarten, and you can tell because it's not even the student's handwriting.
Okay, stop, LaShonda. Kindergarten, they doing the work for the kids?
Yes. It'll be the same child who don't know the alphabet, but then they'll be spelling words that you know they can't spell. And it'll be in the parents' handwriting.
They use an encyclopedia. That's crazy. All right, somebody else wanted to jump in. Do y'all have that? You know when I noticed it?
I'm going to say, as a parent, I have done some homework. Like the science fair was probably.
I was about to say science project.
The science fair was an unauthorized collaboration.
Yes.
Especially if the teachers don't give you a rubric. Like some teachers would give my kids a rubric so we would know what they would need to do and I'd be able to space it out. But if you just get an assignment and a due date, don't let a kid put it in a book bag until the night before. I've won some science.
Wait, we have to teach our kids unauthorized collaboration. That is that's the definition of tonight, is unauthorized collaboration. That is our theme. I love it. I wish I was still in the schools being a principal, because when I called, I wouldn't say your child cheated. I would say he participated in unauthorized collaboration with another student. I would get them to say they cheated. What you mean by that? Well, it could be said cheating, but I prefer this because now I sound like a savior. Unauthorized collaboration. All right. So who else experienced this?
Okay, I've experienced it. I'm sorry, Vanessa.
Oh, sorry, Sarah.
No, it's okay.
So
you want to talk first?
Okay, sure. I've experienced it in high school where you know, like the students will do a prompt and my student wouldn't finish, and then so I'll have like samples, and then he would come back with like a whole written, you know, like all these are big words and you know, it can't produce it when it's independently.
That is wow.
And in COVID-19 also, I have students that are getting people to do their work.
Let's go. Y'all better use your resources. What's up, Vanessa? Talk to me. What's happening? What you experienced?
I was just going to say, I've seen it on both sides because when I taught 7th grade,
okay,
there was this parent that clearly did the kids' work. They were only in 7th grade, and he would turn in these crazy big reports, like 12 pages long. But so that really happened. So I want to get off track though. There's a balance. My kids,
that's all right.
It opened my eyes being a parent,
yeah,
because I could completely tell, of course I'm a teacher too, but I just completely can tell when they just give work. And that annoys me because you've said before, other people have said before, especially with math, you know, if they could do this many examples, they know how to do it. They don't have to do 50 examples. So I have felt bad for my kids before. I almost don't want them to hear me. And I may have helped them when they're like in 1st grade, because I'm like, he needs to eat dinner. You know what I'm saying? But I'll mute myself after that confession.
After the confession. Confessions of an educator. I love it. I love it. All right. So let's move on. Y'all think that would seem to touch home right there. All right. So homework helps to reinforce learning, develop good study habits, and life skills. Everyone knows that practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. All right, students typically retain only 50% of the information teachers provide in class, and they need to apply that information in order to truly learn it. Yes, all right, the con, homework disadvantages to low-income students. So I think Ms. Herter said that. That's what Shannon said too. 41% of US kids live in low-income families, which are less likely to have access to resources needed to complete homework, such as pens, paper, a computer, internet access, and a quiet workspace, and a parent at home help. Wow, yeah, those right there, essential. I've taught in the projects in Chicago, in Cabrini Green, and some things you assume because of the environment, and some things, so they would have the computers and things like that, but they wouldn't have the parent. So I experienced that. And it says they are also more likely to have to work after school and on weekends, or look after younger siblings, leaving less time for homework. And I'll tell you, one of my true experiences that hurt my heart was, I was telling the kid, I was like, you know what? You got a parent-teacher conference. Your mother need to come up tomorrow. And he looked me in the face and said, if you see the itch, tell her I'm looking for her. I was like, I clutched my pearls. I was, because in my mind, my mother and father, I was raised in a 2-parent household. I had never experienced that. Okay, if the dad gone, but the mama, you know, you got single moms. But for him to look at me and say that and was serious, he couldn't stay after school because he had to go pick up his siblings, and he couldn't. And at night he took care of his siblings to make sure they was ready for school the next day. So it was kind of hard. It was baptism by fire, because that was my first teaching experience, was in the projects in Chicago, but it was an amazing foundation. So I learned not to push, but I really pulled. I really pulled. You know, and I was my classroom with, like, they just had to wear white tops and blue bottoms. So they could wear blue jeans, blue khakis, but they just had to wear it. I had one girl when I tell you, she'd be dressed up. She would have on every outfit, every fashionable thing. She would come and so I just used peer pressure. I said, if we can get 100% participation, I started with one day with the dress code. We can have pizza on Friday. 2 days, 3 days. If we can get the whole week, the kids will go to her house in the morning to get her for school and say, change clothes, put the uniform on. My class was one, when you got past like 4th grade and I was at 7th and 8th grade, I would be the only class that had kids in uniform. Because my thing is, I know how to force you without forcing you. And that's a great tactic that you have to learn as a teacher. And I'll tell you this, it might not be real ethical, but I'm just saying. When I was in the projects and I wanted to get all the parents to come for report card pickup, I gave lottery tickets. I gave scratch off lottery tickets. They came for the lottery tickets. I promise you they did. And I gave the kids 100 points that they could drop their lowest score on their quiz if their parents came in. They was for it. They was all for it. And the crazy thing, most of the kids that come, most parents that come are the kids that get A's. They always there. But the kids that have F's. So I started speaking to the F parents. Like I would call and be like, okay, what time can you come? Well, yeah, I know it's over at 8. I don't get home till 8. That's cool. Come at 8:10. That's cool. Just tell me when you come. I'm gonna work around your schedule. Don't even worry about it. I got you. I would flip it and just tell, I'm here to help you. Help me help you. I would say that all the time. Help me help you. I never called a parent and made it sound like a business deal. I always called, and because they love their kids, they're sending us the best they have, y'all. They're not keeping the good kids at home. They sending us the best they have. That's all they got is their kid. That's all. That's it. Good, bad, ugly, mean, big, small. It doesn't matter. That's all they got, and they love them. So you gotta talk to them in a way you would want to be talked to if somebody called you about their kid, because you want to call with the love of. Look, I would call Johnny in my office again. Miss Hicks, I know. He on his way down. So I always called before the kid got in the office. I would say, look, this is what's going on, Miss Hicks. This is what the teacher wrote. I'm getting ready to call him down. He on his way down now. And I'm gonna call you back. Let me talk to him, and I'm gonna do my best not to suspend him. So let me call you right back. Give me a few minutes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put you on speaker. Don't say nothing, okay? All right. She be on speaker. The whole time I'm talking to the kid, and the kid spinning. Some mamas couldn't take it. Stop lying. I'd be like, okay, wait, you weren't supposed to say nothing, mom. You're supposed to wait. And some parents would just wait and then see what the kid said when he got home. If it was a kid that would tell me one thing and tell a parent something different, I would just say, do me a favor. Let's see if he tells you what he tells me. So the parent would listen and could hear the kid say something. And then when they got home, they would spin it. Because they're people that have NMCS. That's a disease that some parents have. NMCS, not my child syndrome. It's a lot of parents with not my child syndrome. Not my child. Oh, not my child. He wouldn't do that. Not my child. No. Yes, your child too, boo. Yes. All of it. I used to say it all the time. They have NMCS, and they don't. And the scary, because I was at middle school, and the scary thing is, by the time they learn their kid. So that's one thing I love about this pandemic right here. The parents starting to get to know their kids a little bit better, because you got to tell them to sit down and do math right now. And you trying to tell them to sit down, not just math, English, science, social studies. And you just think about if you had to give them sit down 40 minutes per subject though. That's totally different. So, all right, let's rock and roll. Let's get it. I just want to go over the pros and cons, and then we're going to get to some application. All right, pro. Homework helps students develop key skills that they'll use throughout their lives, such as accountability, autonomy, discipline, time management, self-direction, critical thinking, independent problem solving. You can't fight that one. That's huge, y'all. That's huge right there. All right, let's keep going. A study by the Hispanic Heritage Foundation found that 96.5% of students across the country say they needed to use the internet for class assignments outside of school, and nearly half reported there had been times they were unable to complete their homework due to lack of access to the internet or computer, sometimes resulting in lower grades. How do you handle that? If a kid says, I couldn't do my homework, I didn't have a computer, I had internet, what do you do? Talk to me. Who said it?
If I could provide him with access to one of the tablets, like before or after school, if I could, if it was available.
Love it.
And typically, Val, we offer, for my scholars, during homeroom, if I knew that that child did not have internet, then I would work it out with their homeroom teachers where they would go and check in with them, but then they would come to my class to, you know, complete their assignments that they need.
I love it. I love it. What did Tasha say, Ashley? In the chat?
Latasha said, if my students told me they didn't have internet access or a computer, I print it for them.
You better problem solve, Latasha. Come on. Come on.
I'm usually in my classroom after school, and so kids know they can drop in and borrow a Chromebook and sit in my class and do if they have stuff that has to be done on the internet when we're in school.
That's why y'all extreme teachers. That's why y'all so amazing. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. Yes, I love it. I love it. All right, let's go. All right, pro. Study of elementary school students who were taught strategies to organize and complete homework, such as prioritizing homework activities, collecting study materials, note-taking, and following directions, show increased grades and positive comments on report cards. That's fair. But this is something they just said that I really loved. That help you prioritize. That's gonna help you prioritize homework, your note-taking skills. Look, Miss Biggs, 3rd grade. That's where this come from. This Miss Biggs, 3rd grade. I'm gonna have her get on one day. My 3rd grade teacher, she's the reason I became an educator. My 3rd grade teacher and my mom. My mom is deceased, but my 3rd grade teacher, Miss Biggs, she was the first teacher who told me I talk too much. She was like, you don't get nothing done. You just talk too much, but you're smart. You can do the work, but you just talk. And she was actually, I looked up on my last day working when I retired, she came to the school. I was in a whole nother school district, wasn't even there. But when she retired, I was a keynote for her retirement party. So yeah, it was amazing. All right, a con. Okay, but wait, no, let's get back. Collecting study materials. Now you're helping them think, okay, I have to do this, so let me get this. Let me get this out of my locker. Let me get this. And all right, and then following directions. Oh, how do you know they're gonna be able to do it if you're not there? If you stand with them, how are you gonna get that done? But then if you give too much, you don't know if it's because they couldn't do it or they just didn't have the time to do it. So let's think about it. All right. Oh, this is a con about homework, y'all. Private tutoring is a more than $6 billion enterprise that further advantages students from wealthier families. Hello, yes. A study published in the International Journal of Education and Social Science includes that homework increases social equality because it potentially serves as a mechanism to further advantage those students who already experience some privileges in talking about entitlement privilege. This is good. Further disadvantage those who may already be in a marginalized position. What's a big 20?
So Donna said we usually give something called a big 20, and I was asking what's that?
I was like, I don't know. I didn't say that. Okay, yeah. Donna, what's a big 20? Come talk to us.
Okay. Usually we develop a big 20. It's like 20 squares, and they have a free space in the center. So they actually have 19 questions, or it's open-ended, or it's multiple choice that they have to answer based on what we've covered during the week, and it's due on Fridays. So it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they turn it in on Friday. So they will answer those questions each night. I can share a big 20.
Yeah, if you
would like to see one.
Put it in the group. Put it on in the Facebook group.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And you do some awesome posts. Put those in the Facebook group, Donna.
Okay.
All right, Pro. Homework allows parents to be, that's what Ronald said. Homework allows parents to be involved with their child's learning. Thanks to take-home assignments, parents are able to track what their children are learning at school, as well as their academic strengths and weaknesses. I promise you, and I'm 52. I don't remember my mother or my father sitting down with me doing homework. It was homework time. We were responsible for our homework. So my father was a very hands-off. He was like, long as the school don't call me, I'm good. If the school called me, it's gonna be a problem. Do what you're supposed to do. You already know what to do. My mother was a teacher, but it was crazy. It was really crazy. Yeah, but my mother, I don't remember my mother sitting down with me. All right, let's go with the con. There's a lack of evidence that homework helps younger children. The article published in the Review Educational Research reported that in elementary school, homework had no association with achievement gains when measured by standardized tests and results, test results or grades. What y'all think about that? The younger they are, what grade do you think homework should start? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat or talk to me, either way.
So I have littles. My kids are 2, the ones that I teach. And I think it's the way that we give homework. Because for our parents, for some reason, and this is just my experience in my community in Tennessee, parents don't seem to think kids can learn until they hit kindergarten. And for us in our day school, it's important for us to help parents understand that your children start learning when they're born. So we do simple things, like our day school is religious. So like we'll give them a scripture with motions. And the number of parents that are just amazed that their 2-year-old can actually memorize a scripture or understand an A is like, it blows their mind. And so we do very simple things. But I think for what I experience is that it helps parents understand your kid is little, but they can learn. And that allows parents to believe that they can learn other things at home.
Love it. That's deep right there. That's deep. All right, so now, no homework versus homework. So extreme teachers, I'm in the middle. I think there needs to be some guidelines, and there needs to, so here are my top suggestions. You ready? Here we go. Talk to your team. As teachers, find out how much homework the other teachers are given. If they're giving, if a term paper is due on Friday, that may be the week the other teachers fall back on the homework. But communicate what you're doing. And the reason, and the thing is, I taught math. If they can do 5 problems, if I teach one skill, I taught 1 skill per day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We had a quiz every Friday. And the quiz was traditionally Thursday night's homework. It's math. Okay? Now, the other thing was they graded their neighbor graded their paper, or they graded their own paper. I'm not taking stacks of papers home. I'm not doing that. And then I collected them and I got their homework. They said their scores out loud. Literally. Susan, what's your score? 97. So they knew this. If they got less if they got less than a C, they could say, I'll do better next time. I never let anybody say they got anything less than a C out loud. All right, so they're scoring. But homework was always, you had about 10 problems. I never gave more than 10 problems. Why? Come on. No. 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 All right. Consider the amount of homework. Consider the amount of homework you give. That's what I'm saying. I only gave 10 problems. 5 is good. 5, I should have went down. Some nights I did 5. Some nights I really did 3. But it's not, I mean, you don't have to give a work. I used to hate those old school worksheets where it was like 60 problems and they'd be in a row. They addition problems, and you just like, okay, if I can add 2 plus 5 if I can add 5 plus 2. Come on. So, but I did learn my multiplication problems from repetition. I believe that. That's just me. All right, my other suggestion. Have anybody thought about a syllabus style? Even at the lower grades, a syllabus style. What does that look like? What does that mean? A syllabus style, like you give them a list. These are the days we're going to have homework. Here, your homework. Why does it have to be gotcha? Because you don't plan. Not pointing at anyone here. The other teachers, they're not extreme. They don't plan. But if you plan and you do the syllabus, let's go. Here's the syllabus. This is your homework. And if it changed, update the syllabus. Keep it on Google and just update it. Like, let's make it happen. All right, nights off. Let's only do homework. My kids knew they didn't have homework on Friday. Right? So this is where you get them. They knew Thursday night's homework wasn't due till Monday, right? That's why I always made Friday's quiz Thursday night homework, because they didn't do it till Sunday night. Right? So they knew it was okay. It was okay because they had Thursday night, they could be off Friday night, Saturday night. They didn't have to do homework till Sunday. But if they did Thursday night homework, they was clean Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But my homework was simple. But how about you don't give homework every night? Do some bell ringers when they come into class. Do some bell ringers as to review from yesterday, and then they're reviewing their homework. All right. All right. Thank you on the slides. But we're finished with the slides. But now let's talk. Talk to me about. Ashley wanted to share something. She wanted to share an experience.
Oh, I just wanted to share my perspective as a student who didn't do homework. The adult repercussions of that were tremendous. And I mean, of course, we didn't have extreme teachers back then, but I never understood the value of homework. I never understood what the value of whether it was, writing a paper or answering questions or watching a movie at home or something like that. I never understood the value of it. And, in hindsight, it was those things that they're talking about, the pros of learning how to complete things, building up self-esteem, and all that. And because I was the Iggy, for those of you that know, the You Ain't the Boss of Me, I was the Iggy. I was that student that should have, could have, would have been put in a position of helping with the class and utilizing that superpower for good. And instead, I was written up constantly as a kid that talked too much and didn't do the assignments. So I ended up dropping out of high school. Did get a secondary education, but that was really tough to not have that conversation with a teacher. And I wish that a teacher would have sat me down and we would have strategized about how to make it work. So I just wanted to share that. But it did have long lasting repercussions of me not doing homework.
Yeah. And you have to figure out ways to help your kids learn. I'm going to bring one of our friends, Ashling and our friends on the call. His name is Anthony Manalo. And the way he takes notes is not traditional at all, but it's amazing. It's amazing. Let me write that down.
it's almost like he does what's called mind mapping. And it is almost, if I was going to equate it to something that young people are attracted to, it's almost like a game. It's almost like a video game. And you get to create these things. It just gets all the thoughts in your head out onto the paper. And I've seen him do it for our meetings, and it's so exciting. And it's just, it'd be amazing to have him on here, Val.
Yeah. And then I have a friend's daughter who takes notes from drawing. So she literally draws pictures while she's taking notes, and it's tripped out when you see it, but you'll understand everything that was said throughout the lesson. So I think that is doodle notes. I think that is the process, is doodle notes. I wrote it down. We may do that next week, ways to take notes. And that's something cool to teach your kids, because we're so used to how we learn, and we don't think about how they learn. And that's what's really important. And that's why I want to challenge you guys to come outside of the, get outside of the box, get outside of the norm. Joanna, your hand is up. Talk to me, babe.
I just wanted to touch on how you talked about like syllabus style and planning in advance. Yeah. And from a coach's point of view, we're not always the teacher's enemy. So I tell my kids that school is first and they have to have a certain grade to continue. But I also have 8-year-olds training 12 hours a week. So they're not getting done with gymnastics till 8:30 at night. But they're only working out 3 days a week. So when they have like a teacher, I touch base with so many other teachers, and when they have teachers who are very scheduled and they have a syllabus and they have a plan and like the homework certain days a week, if they only do gymnastics 3 days a week, then they can get all their homework done on the extra 2 days. So it is very helpful when the teachers give them, instead of like homework every night, kind of like the plan for the week.
I love it. I love it. And there's so many, and we tell our kids right now, give me 1 second, Susan, I'm coming. Right now, it's hard to really, really push how important education is when you have Instagram fame and YouTube fame and Facebook fame, and then they make $1 million. And they showing these people that started singing on YouTube and they were found. So then the kids go start a YouTube channel because I'm going to be found. And so the importance of actually getting up, going to school every day is not there. I mean, I had one kid, he was adamant that he was going to be a rap artist. My story just like Jay-Z's. Baby, I know Jay-Z's story. I just know today. Because guess what? When they come interview me and you done went big time, I got to tell them you didn't do your work. I'm just gonna have to be honest when they interview me, because a couple of my students have gone pro, like pro ballers, and I was like, you don't want them to interview me, but you my favorite teacher. You don't want them to interview me, sweetie, because I'm not gonna lie. And they like, you tripping. Yeah, Susan, come on. Talk to me, babe.
One of the slides earlier talked about how kids don't always have a quiet place to do their work. And I said, I've always known that that's an issue, and in this community particularly. So like I said, during school, I'm always in my room after school, lunchtime, whatever, kids can come in. But during this distance learning stuff, I've been doing a daily Zoom math help for whatever kids want to join on. And the kids get so frustrated because it's not just their siblings yelling and screaming, and they're like, hey, be quiet, I'm talking to my math teacher. But sometimes their parents are standing right next to their computers and yelling and screaming, and they're like, Mom, could you please stop? I got to get my work done. I can't hear my teacher. And the moms will just be like, I don't care. You have to, you should have had this done anyhow. And just scream at them. So they don't have quiet places to work. And right now with distance learning, a lot of them don't have quiet places to get this work done at home, and don't always have super supportive parents.
Yeah. So I understand a lot of the worries of the educators right now, because they know, or they have a keen sense of what the home environment is like. When I have a kid that goes off on the instant, I say tree, apple. When the parent come in, parents start going off, I know. That's where they get it from.
Yep.
That's where they get it from. All right, Meredith, talk to me.
Unmute. Okay, when you were talking about the homework and we were looking at the pros and the cons, the disadvantages, I also think I work in a Title I school, and students who have never been taught how to study or how to do homework, like we give them homework and we have an expectation that they automatically know. So with the distant learning, I teach special education and small group and co-taught, and many of my scholars were not turning in their work. And I was like, well, you know, the teachers were fussing. They were like, they're not turning their work. They're not doing it. And I said, I believe they just don't know where to go. I don't feel that they're not doing it. So I sat down with all my students and individually met with them. And I created a Word document and pulled in all their grades that they had not completed. And do you know that those kids are knocking it out because I gave them a plan? They know what to do and where to go. And they were like, I just didn't know where to find it. So sometimes I think as educators, we set the expectations, but we don't think, even sometimes my teachers will say, oh, I didn't know I had to break it all the way down like that. And I'm thinking, well, what else would you do with a 10, 11, or 12-year-old? You made an assumption that they automatically know certain things. So
oh,
I just
yeah.
wanted to say that.
Teachers assume that a sixth grader can do sixth grade work. A sixth grader can be sixth gradely responsible. I'm telling you, there's not a checklist. Oh, you finished fifth grade, you have this, you have this, you have this, you have this, you're ready for sixth grade. There's no checklist. And guess what? We can create the checklist, but in here, I may not know how to divide at the level you want me to be able to divide. I didn't learn how to study till I got in college. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't learn to study till I got, I don't remember anyone teaching me how to study. I don't remember anyone teaching me how to take notes. I was in college and I believe my mother told me, she said, start here. Everything the teacher writes on the board, you write down. It's important. It's important enough for her to write it on the board, you write it down. Because she would, if she did help, if I got stuck with something, she would say, where's your notes from class? And I would go, I don't have no notes. So I wasn't studying yet. She just taught me how to take notes. And that was like high school. She was like, everything the teacher writes on the board, you definitely write down. But that's why I was so successful in math. I'm a mathematician by trade. Because the teacher wrote everything down. All the examples are written down. So I was cool. But there's some learning that happens that where the teacher doesn't write it down and I can see it. So I'm visual. I'm like, all right, I see it. But when the teacher's teaching and you can't make me understand what a conjunction is, I wasn't there. And an adjective and all of that, and then you underlining this and circling and carrying it back, I was like, I quit. There's too much going on. But math flowed for me. And I think that's something we take for granted, that kids should know certain things. And for me, studying, so what I did in college, I'm gonna tell you how when I handled my business, in college, when I rewrote my notes. So I would take notes in class, and then when I got home, I would rewrite them. Because in class, I'm not really retaining it. I'm not learning it. I'm just getting it down. Then when I got home, I rewrote my notes, and that's when I learned it for all my subjects. So I had 2 notebooks. I had to rewrite the original and the rewrite. And that's how I studied. That's truly how I studied. Come on,
Can
Vanessa.
I say something real quick? Just, I can't type it fast. That's actually when I got to college and I started rewriting, I did the same thing. And that's how I started memorizing information. And it finally clicked with me that when I took my notes and I copied them, the copying it, I realized I was thinking about it 3 times and I memorized it unintentionally, so to speak. And that's what I try to tell my students, because I'm thinking about it and I'm writing it and I'm looking at it when I'm writing it. And it finally clicked only when I was in college. And that's what I try to tell my kids now, because I'm like, you're gonna memorize it by mistake. I say, trust me, write it down. I'm already enforcing it help like facilitating you
Makes sense. Yeah.
enforcing it 3 times. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what got me. Have you ever been in a car and you're singing a song you hate, but you're singing it because you hear it so often? It's played, it's played, it's played, and then you singing it, and then you're like, I don't even like this song. Why am I singing it? All right, Susan, you're unmuted. Did you want to say something, or you just unmuted?
I was just unmuted. I was agreeing.
Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, but that's that thing. So it's just crazy. That's a crazy thing right there. All right. So going back to you, Rolanda, about the homework thing. How you feel?
I still feel the same. And
Gotcha.
I still feel more inclined to always give homework, just find better ways to support.
What's your always though? What's your always?
The main thing that I got from this was talking to my team to see when does English give homework. When, like, I want to be realistic. Like, I don't want to put just my subject first. I want to put my student first. So I think the best thing that I got from this was talking to my team to see when they have homework and then implementing something for my students. But I believe, now y'all bear with me, I'm new at this. I didn't start yet, but I believe with my passion and my drive to get them to learn, especially in the demographics I'm in New Orleans. So I believe that all the kinds is in my school, but I believe I can get them to do it regardless of no quiet place or you don't have access. I'm going to find you access. I'm going to find you time to do what you need to do to get this work.
All right. I love it. I love it. Is someone else? Anyone else? Yeah. Hey, Ivy. Ivy Harris. She's not, okay. Ivy is a counselor, and I was going to ask about the stressors of homework as far as from the counselor's perspective. All right, yes, ma'am. Joanna.
Are you talking about homework all the time or just during these last few weeks of school for COVID-19?
Who, Val or my perspective? Or are you talking about Rolanda's?
For homework or no homework, like expecting kids to continue to do it during this time.
Oh, so now that's a different subject. So, but yes, that's how I feel about right now. I wouldn't give homework right now. I wouldn't give one drop of homework. The kids that's missing homework, we would do it verbally. They would create me a video. It would be so interactive. It would be amazing. Man, create me a rap. What if you draw me a picture, whatever you do. Whatever you do, what's your favorite way to learn? Like, I would be so accommodating right now. The states have said that work doesn't count unless they're failing. It can bring their grades up. I would be helped. I wouldn't even want the kids that got A's and B's on the A, B's, and C's. Bye-bye. I wouldn't say that, but
my kids' grades are still counting.
Who told you that? What state are you in?
They're a private school.
They're private, so they don't get money from the state?
Correct.
Yeah.
So they're still doing homework every single day, and they have to get assessments and one-on-one assessments.
How do you know that in my household we have internet? Like, you don't know my situation. I wouldn't let my kids get stressed out. I would not, because
for us, it's not a lack of internet. It's a lack of they're exhausted and they miss their
here's
teachers.
The deal. The school, I'm sure the school don't know that you don't have internet. They can't make you do. You can't hold me responsible or require me to do something if I don't have the equipment, and you're not providing me the equipment. So you can't hold me. You cannot. There's no way. And that's the part where I'm saying they can't do it. And their grades come down, like I wouldn't even fault my kid right now. It's a wash. No kid is going to be retained. I would be very, very shocked if a kid was retained. When Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana, we got an influx of students from Louisiana that literally walked in and they would say, I'm in 8th grade. The parents would be like, they're in 8th grade. Kids had, and then when you get to know the kid, you be like, well, I flunked twice. Well, how you in 8th grade? Oh, my mama just put me back in the right grade. Because there was no, they had no proof. Their systems were flooded. They had no report cards. There was no transfer forms. And out here it's called McKinney-Vento, which is the homeless status is McKinney-Vento. So if they came in McKinney-Vento, you can't ask for anything. So truth be told, if they didn't do the work, like I would tell them, you know what, my kids are stressed. They stressed right now. Now I'm not saying they blow it off, but if they're trying, but if I know my kid and I'm not a helicopter parent and my kid is truly trying, and I would tell them, because it's medically proven to sit in front of a computer all day does not help your eyes. And you can tell them my kid's computer time is limited. I'm sorry.
Well, like one of my kids is like, she loves it and she loves doing all the online classes, and 2 of them do not, but they all 3 take about like 5 hours a day to get their homework done.
No way. Nope.
That's crazy to have it go long. I said that's crazy to be on that long trying to do distance learning that long. We got set up that's like maximum 2 hours a day. If those kids
eyes gonna go bad, they gonna have carpal tunnel. It's no.
Yeah, there's no reason to be on for that long.
Yeah.
No. They're not on that long at school.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even in class that long because you got passing periods, you got lunch, you have recess, or you have gym. So they're moving. School is 6 hours. 1 period is gym, 1 period is lunch, and they're moving every 47 minutes unless they have a block. So no, you will not. No, they'd be like, why wasn't Johnny on today? He was at recess during your class time. He was not able to make it. It would not, no. You can't because here's the deal, y'all. Grades don't determine their future. They don't. I flunked out. I graduated from high school, out of summer school, and I flunked out of college. And I still became a principal. And now I work with one of the #1 motivational speakers in the world. I am his director of educational affairs for a millionaire. Come on. Teach your kids to be responsible, accountable. Teach them to hold them accountable for things, but don't let them stress themselves out, because then they will continue that cycle when they get to college. Oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And the growth, when you grow in college, it's more of the social aspect than the academic aspect of college. Learning to not go out and do a part of everything, that's what teach you. Learning to either you're gonna wash your clothes or buy food. Let me wash my clothes on hand and let me buy some food. Like you learn some real discipline in college. You know what? Every time somebody go to the party, they all get drunk. Let me not go to that party. And I heard somebody got raped at a party. Let me not go there. Or they always on the tape when they getting up on the news, or da-da-da-da. All of that. So that's where I would not push kids to get A's and push kids in your class. Sometimes C's is the best they could do, y'all. And that's why we have to be very conscious about homework. What does the homework, if it's application, and 10 minutes, they shouldn't be doing per grade level. Now understand, that's not just for your class. That's the totality of the homework. So if they're departmental and they have 6 teachers, that's 6 teachers' work that have to be done, let's say 60 minutes, because you in 6th grade. But I would have that conversation at the beginning of the school year. I would be like, hey, y'all, what we doing? Let's not kill them with homework. Come on. Y'all could do it. And my thing and my story is a testament of connection matters more than homework. My third grade teacher, who I still talk to today, connected with me. Not one of my high school teachers connected with me, and I did not graduate from high school on time. I'm not blaming them, but I believe a high school teacher that could have pulled me over and held me accountable could have changed, changed the trajectory of my life. I had a college teacher that connected with me. I promise you. And it's not the grades. It's not. I got one of the #1 drug dealers. He was the youngest, and he was the youngest ranking drug dealer in Chicago, was in my class. Court ordered. The judge said, if you miss a day, I'm locking you up. Guess what? He came to school every day. And I told him, I'm not going to bother you. You don't bother me. You will flunk my class. And I knew he would be out selling drugs all night. I had a refrigerator in the back of the room. I knew he would be hungry in the morning because he'd been out all night. So I just started buying fruit. He would go on my refrigerator and get fruit every morning. And he would love it because he felt special. None of the other kids. And one day I was like, fruit not free, right? I got you. I got you. He started giving me $5. Then after a while, he was like, you always talking about Jesus in church. I'm going to give you this money. You going to take it to Jesus? You going to put it in church? I was like, yeah, I got you. I got you. And that was our relationship. And then one day I was like, dude, superintendent coming today. I'm going to need you. I said, superintendent coming today. I'm going to need you to sit up today. He was like, all right, I got you. Set up. Did the work. I was like, then one day he was like, you're not going to give me a worksheet? Who? He was like, give me a worksheet. Like, all right. I got the worksheet back. It was all done. I was like, and they right. He said, man, loud as you talk, I got to learn something here. I was like, really? And guess what? When his mother died, he called me. And I was sitting at the funeral with him, at his mother's funeral. And he was well out of 8th grade by the time his mother died. But I was right there by his side. And I've had those stories. And I've had one kid, and I'm gonna bring him on one day. One of my students I adopted him. His mother died Christmas morning. But when she passed away, he was with my family. He was with us. They called me to tell him his mother died. And he said, if it wasn't for you, I would not be where I am today. And he grown with a kid, with a wife and a kid. He said, if I couldn't be around your family and see what life could be like. And I didn't realize until I went over there to pick him up, and it was like December, like 21st or something. And I was like, where the Christmas tree? He's like, we don't do Christmas. I was like, okay, translate that. I know you do Christmas because you told me you buy you something for Christmas. He was like, no, we don't do Christmas here. I say, I don't buy gifts. Yeah, we just, if you buy something, just hand them the bag on Christmas morning. Really? And I'll tell you this, he just told me, and I didn't even know this. He just told me this last week. He said, do you know why I was with you so much? I said, no. I said, yeah, because you love me. You want to hang out. Because my nephews were like #1 in the state for basketball. So I used to take them to all the basketball games. I said, you always love basketball. He said, I knew if I hung out with you, you would feed me. He said, I went to bed plenty of nights hungry, but I knew if I could hang out with you, that I would get fed. My heart, this was last week, and the boy is 30-some years old. This happened when he was in 8th grade, and I never knew. I never knew. And I was just floored. So please understand that grades are important, but your relationship and your connection will go so much further than you ever could imagine. And I need y'all to understand that. So yes, I do, when it comes to homework, I think it's very important for a kid to do homework. I think it's more important for you to connect with that student. And if they can learn, it's not about the homework. So evaluate if they understand. And if they understand, don't push the homework. Don't push it. I would try a way of, and it's just me. This is really me. Everybody not gonna agree with this, and it may be y'all gonna be like, wait, Val, that's kind of out the box. Ask who needs homework. Just ask who needs homework. If you need homework, pick up the worksheet out the back. It may work. It may just be that thing that really works. So, I'm really toying with the thought of really pushing, like you have to push the different types of homework so you can understand. So you can really understand what the kids need to learn. But we're not gonna stay on long tonight. But one of the things that Ashling and I talked about today, or this week, was we're gonna do a raffle tonight. We have 4 things to give away. So because of Teacher Appreciation Week, I couldn't give everybody something. So we're gonna do a raffle. So let's see how we're going to do the raffle. All right, so you ready? All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Y'all ready? Y'all gotta be ready, gotta be fast, gotta be fast. All right. Look, Vanessa put her kid down. Vanessa's like, baby, get out the way. I gotta win this.
Val, is this a question and answer and they have to raise their hand with an answer?
I don't know. I'm really brainstorming right now how to do this raffle so it's fair. You have an idea?
Well, so does everybody know how to raise their virtual hand? Let's establish that first. You can put a thumbs up. Okay, I see some thumbs ups. If you don't, you go under participants and there is a place there to raise hands.
Not the emoji, not the reaction, not the reaction.
Right.
It should be under more, not participants.
Mine is under participants.
Oh, really? Okay, so then
if you're on a computer or laptop, then it'll be under participants.
Right. It depends on what you're on, what device you're on.
All right. So it looks like we got some yeses and some thumbs up. Does anyone not know how to raise their hand? Let's narrow that down.
So let me tell y'all what I did. I turned off the chat because I seen y'all kept, I turned it off.
The distractions.
I love it.
Okay. I think we're good, Val.
Who does not know how to raise their hand? Okay, so all right, unmute. All right, so here's my question. Here's the question. Ready? What is blended learning? Susan's hand is up first. Susan, you're unmuted. And then if she doesn't know, I'm coming to you, Michelle.
Blended learning is a mix of online and in-person learning.
Yes, Susan. Got it. Susan, you are not in the next one.
Okay.
All right. So email me your address. They're going to ship it from the fulfillment center. So you're going to get some gear. Well, let me say this. I don't know what products they're going to send you, but you're going to get free products from Eric Thomas and Associates. So I called the warehouse and I was like, can y'all ship some stuff to some free teachers? They was like, yes. All right. Ready? Hands down. Everybody hands down. Yep. Here's the question. You ready? I'm going back. I'm looking at the old presentations and I'm asking questions from there. All right. So I'm looking at it. What's the difference between growth mindset and fixed mindset? Ooh. Oh, I got 2 hands now. That took a minute. All right, let's go. Michelle, talk to me. No? Michelle Coleman?
I thought you said no to my answer. So a growth mindset is being open to change and fixing things. A fixed mindset is where you just stuck where you were. There's no change, no changing you.
Oh, Michelle.
No?
You have right. So I'm like, all right. Let's see, hold on. Vanessa. You gotta unmute. It's not letting me unmute you, Vanessa.
Oh.
Hold on, Michelle. Vanessa, you gotta unmute it on your side. There you go.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was going to make up my own definition too, that growth mindset is, being a continual learner and always wanting to grow in your thing, whereas a fixed mindset is just going along with the status quo, what it's been, and not being willing to change and learn. So that's all I got.
Y'all missing a piece. It's just missing a piece. It's missing a piece. Donna, come on. I got you there, but I'm writing your name down, Vanessa. I'm just holding on. Come on. Donna, what you got?
I basically had the same thing that they had. With a growth mindset, you're able to move out of your comfort zone and to change and to realize that you need to change. You expand your thinking. And then a fixed mindset, you're kind of stuck. You're stuck in your old ways and
I'm asking the three of y'all, why are you stuck?
Because you want change.
Vanessa, why are you stuck?
Is it because you're stuck in your own disc profile thing?
Can I answer?
Like you're not willing to think of someone else's?
Your hand not up, Trina.
I raised it. I did the thumbs up on the tablet.
That's not the hand. That's not.
Oh well.
We doing the blue hand. Hold on 1 second. Let's see what Shannon had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Shannon, what you got?
I think
there we go. I couldn't get unmuted. Growth mindset is where you change and grow and you see opportunity. Fixed mindset is where you think it's other people. It's like this because of this. It's like that because of that. You don't see the opportunity for change. Like the reason why I can't change is because I was born like this. The reason why I can't change is because we poor. The reason why.
Stop. I was born like this. That is a key word with a fixed mindset. I can't grow because I was born like this. That's the fixed mindset, is because you feel like, so, and here's the clinical definition. It says, in a fixed mindset, people believe that their qualities are fixed traits that they cannot change. It's not that I'm in my old way. It's not that I'm stuck. I'm not stuck. You're born with what you got. You can't grow none. Trina, look like you're trying to get back in the group. I don't know why. I think you're in here, but you're trying to get back.
I was getting on the computer since you couldn't.
Oh, got you. There you go. Okay, I was like, it's too many. I was like, hold on, Trina.
So then is Shannon our winner of that question?
No, give it to Vanessa. I just was trying to help out. I don't want to take her glory.
Why you picked Vanessa from Donna and from Michelle?
Because she was the first person to answer. I think she was the first person to answer.
Michelle was.
Oh, Michelle was the first person to answer? Then her. Yeah. Whoever was the first person to answer.
I got it though, Shannon. Don't tell me you telling me what to do.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant I don't necessarily want to be.
I'm not offended. I promise you I'm not. I love you, Shannon.
Okay.
All right, let's go. All right, next question. I don't know. I'm holding on to that. I might try to get more things. One more question, and then I'm in trouble because now I'm in trouble because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna have a lot. It's gonna be a surprise. Whoever gets it, y'all just keep checking your mail. Email me your address though. Everybody who wins, email me your address. All right, let's go. Going to last question, and then we're closing for the night. We are closing for the night. Oh, this was a good one. All right, I'm opening up the chat. You ready? I'm opening up the chat. You have to type your answer in the chat. You have to type your answer in the chat. Ready? What was my GPA after my first semester in college?
Oh, that was quick.
That girl.
That was quick. Michelle Coleman.
Let me say this. So look, now, y'all can see the answer is 0.923. Michelle, that is not correct.
Oh.
That's not correct. It's not 0.9 because that's not, no. Yeah, come on now. No, don't do that. Michelle won the other one anyway. She can't participate.
So the winner is Latasha Hicks.
Latasha Hicks.
Yes, ma'am.
It's Latasha Hicks.
Ooh, that was quick.
Michelle, I don't know it's like you was reading my mind. As soon as the last word came out, blah, like, dang. Yes, my GPA after first semester in college was 0.923. Yes, it was. And that is my number. That's my number. That's my favorite number in the world. Yes, it is. All right, y'all. Y'all know what I love to say, but y'all are amazing. Y'all have given me amazing ideas. And next week we are going to have, I believe, wait a minute. What's today, the 6th? Is today the 6th of May? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So next week, we're going to have a guest speaker that's going to talk to you guys. She's on my team. So she's going to present next week. That's going to be Miss Ivy Harris. She's the on-staff counselor, educator, phenomenal, but she's writing a book with the company, and she's going to talk to you guys about some social media. Tell me the right words, Ivy. Are you still on? It's social media. It's not etiquette. It's not etiquette. But you guys will see. So it's social media trending. What is it? What is it, Ivy?
Stop running in the house.
Ivy? Who unmuted Ivy? Ivy fussing at the kids. Ivy? Ivy? She got a lot going on. I hear pots going and moving. Don't worry about it. All right. So she's on next week and she'll be presenting for us. But I will be here. It will be amazing. All right. Let's have a little fun. Stand down. Don't move. Just for 2 seconds. Put your best smile on. Everybody set up. I love it. Y'all are hilarious. I loved it. We are going to stream live to Facebook and we're going to close out. So I just want them to see what we do and that we have a good time. So we just going to wrap up real quick. We about to go live. Live is preparing. It's about to stream. As soon as I hit this other button and we're about to go live. Michelle, get the pillow from behind you. You look like you're laying down on the bed. Move the pillow over. Yeah, move that pillow. Yeah. Michelle, right, we don't want you to look like you're in the bed. All right, we are going live. Hold on, we'll do it anyway. All right. So my extreme teachers, it has been an amazing evening. I appreciate all of you all tuning in, and just know we are back here again next week on Wednesday for sure. We are back here on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to have an amazing time as always for our PD Wednesdays. All right, everybody unmute, say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night. That's it. That's all. That's the clock on the wall. Go be an excellent person. I can't wait to hear your red apple moment next week. See you guys.
Good night.
Bye-bye.